Talk to me about being a Jew right now. How's that going?
I mean, like, I'm only half Jewish, really. My dad's Jewish, my mom's not.
Oh, yeah, I bet you would have said that 10 years ago. Now, yeah, now I'm half.
Hey, I had nothing to do with 9/11. My dad's a Jew.
We didn't shoot JFK.
Look, people blame Jews for everything they always have, and then they just like keep doing it until they end up killing them, and then they realize like, oh fuck, it was actually us. We were just insane. So I think that it's kind of similar now, and I don't know if did Jews kill JFK. I don't know.
Yes,
they did.
Yeah,
that's confirmed.
Yeah.
By a bunch of their group is allowed to get away with basically murder.
But okay, so like, I'm glad we're having this conversation. I mean, because go on.
I just want to get the point out that like right now in America, there's like cities that are raising Palestinian flags, and they're like, this is like a Muslim majority city now, and like nobody cares.
We gotta
That's
get the
completely
out.
fine. That's fine.
Right.
But it's like Jews who, for the most part, you know, I think they've done positive things.
Well, yeah. Here's my thing about Jews, Ben, and it just like, and I mean this with love, is like, and I just want to have this conversation because people are going to be like, why didn't you ask him this? And so I have to ask you. I think that Jews are wonderful people. My girlfriend, again, Jewish. I could go through all the Jews that have made a wonderful. You know, it's like kind of what Owen Benjamin talks about, deli Jews. We're like, we have all these Jews around us that are great people.
Accounting Jews.
And then, well, counting Jews second weird. Okay, but the point is, but the point is, I think that Jews are the only group that has this inability to admit that they have crazies in their group. Every other group I know, like we just had a conversation about women and we're all like, oh, these fucking whores. And you're like, yeah, they're fucking whores. And I'm Italian and I can go, yeah, those mobsters are fucking crazy people. Black people, I mean, we make jokes about muzzies and everyone's like, oh, these fucking muzzies. I think that Jews are the only ones that circle the wagon every time. And
Jews are behind the, all these industries. It's like, dude, there's way more. Every single industry people say Jews are in power of, there's like 10 times more Indians, Muslims, and Chinese, just to name a few.
You think there's more Muslims in Hollywood than there are Jews?
Not now, but they didn't make Hollywood, and there shouldn't be more Muslims in Hollywood than Jews.
Right.
I don't think.
So in the media, you think there's more Muslims than there are Jews?
In their countries.
No, but in America.
In America, no. But in their countries, there are.
So let me ask you something. Have Jews done some shady shit? Not all Jews, but are there Jews that have done shady shit?
Of course.
Okay,
but
that's all I'm saying.
But I think that what people need to realize is people are like, why are Jews so in control of the media? And why? Because they fucking came here as immigrants and were like, yo, let's not just be retards. Let's actually do something.
And I'm okay with understanding
that. And they're then penalized by that because it's like they've been fucking, since the 1890s trying to figure out how to create more, spread their culture.
Right.
And I think a lot of it gets bastardized, and that happens with every culture. But there's this hatred towards like, one Jew does a bad thing, every Jew's blamed, and then even like you said, you're like, why can't you say that Jew was wrong and you're not? It's like they do that.
I didn't say exactly that, but I said that there is a circle to wagons that does go on,
especially with Israel.
Yeah, in Israel, and it's just like,
but it's like obviously that's the only fucking country Jews have.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they could just do what they're doing. Listen, again,
what do you mean? If you're Armenian, are you supposed to shit on Armenia because it's the only?
They start genociding people. Yeah, maybe.
If Armenians start genociding Turks, I would 100% call it out. 100%.
Yeah, and people's definition of genocide now is like, oh my god, they're bombing people and they're getting trapped in the. It's like
that's pretty genocidal.
Totally, I mean, dude, every single international body calls it a genocide. That's all I'm saying.
Every single international body doesn't want Israel to exist.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. Everybody would love for Israel to exist as long.
The entire UN, the only countries voting in favor of Israel now is the United States.
And why, Ben? Is it anything they're doing?
Because half of the world's Jews live in Israel and the other half live in the United States.
Yeah, but Ben, but is there something going on that maybe people think is wrong?
What do you mean? Yeah, they've always thought it was wrong.
Would you say October 7th?
What was the reason that they did the Holocaust? There was no Israel.
I mean, how deep do you want to go into that? I can go into it really deep.
But there's always a way to go into it deep and explain why.
But my whole thing is that when someone's like, it's so toxic. I know when people go, it's so toxic on Twitter, what they're talking about is all the quote unquote anti-Semitism. But I would also tell you that in 2018, you could I watch people tee off on white people and not only not get punished, but get 6-figure jobs writing in Los Angeles. And that's all. So it's like, I'll understand when it's really hard to be. And Ben, I love you. So I'm not trying to get in an argument. I just feel like
I actually enjoy this.
Okay. So I just want you to know I love and respect you. And this isn't like, I would hate for you to leave this.
But there's this vibe of like everybody who believes what you believe is like, they'll just say my opinion.
Like there was a show on Netflix called Dear White People, written by a Jewish trans. And like, you'll never see that go the other way. They did a whole show about how Christians run the U.S. government. You'll never see it go the other way. And so my whole thing is like, this is just a time right now where everybody's getting called out on their bullshit. It's not toxic.
World War II was toxic. I mean, people are acting like they're like, what about Twitter? It's like, dude, people were dying.
Right. But you know where else is toxic?
Now they go, oh, the Palestinians are being genocided.
Right, Ben. I don't know anyone who does. 95% of the population thinks that Hitler is the worst human being to ever live on the planet. And what they don't realize is like Mao killed way more. And the Russians, who we openly tee off on, had 2 humongous genocides. They had one where they lost 60 million and another one where Bolsheviks killed up to 10 million. So my point is, it's like World War II is bad. World War II is really bad. There's been, I mean, dude, the fucking Chinese had Mao, and then they had something called the democide. Has anyone ever heard the democide? That's where the Japanese murked 10 million Chinese. Nobody ever done. You can't.
It's not like in sorry, but the Palestinians have rights to do things. They had rights to work in Israel. Most of them did. They had rights to.
Oh, I mean, that's debatable. They controlled their calorie intake. They controlled everywhere they go. They controlled the amount of water they get.
Sounds like a concentration camp. I would say
completely.
A little bit. I would say so.
It's all bullshit, though.
No, that's not bullshit.
It is.
No,
It is bullshit.
Ben, it's not.
Dude, the Hamas propaganda. First of all, look at the statistic of how many people from Palestine, both.
But Ben, all this came out way before October 7th. This data's way
I went to
before.
university with Palestinians. Okay?
Right.
So they escape, and then oh yeah, where's your sister? Oh, she's in Palestine. She's in Gaza for a bit. Then she's coming back. There's this. It's not like Cuba where they can't leave legally. They can leave. They do not want to because people there care more about killing Jews than being prosperous. And it's the same thing with the woke people. That's why they love the Palestine movement, because it's all about who cares about being prosperous? Who cares about creating something like Hollywood or the media organizations or becoming a CEO? Let's just protest shit and throw rocks in the street. And I mean, that's the people will argue with me and they'll say, no, it's a genocide. And then they post videos. They go, here's how beautiful Gaza was before October 7th. So why were they not enjoying it then?
Because when does that picture come out? And they did annihilate. There's never been a time when 80% of the population's killed and 100% of the territory is pretty much annihilated. It's never happened before.
It's only like 50,000 people.
That's not 50,000 people. The number is over 300,000.
But where do you get that number?
I get that from like the UN, people on the ground, everybody like that. And it's like
the UN is.
Ben, do you still believe in 40 babies got their heads fucking chopped off? Is that a true story? 40 babies had their heads chopped off? That propaganda?
Dude, everything that Hamas did is true.
Okay, and Hamas is who funds Hamas, Ben?
Literally almost every country in the world.
Yeah, and Israel through Qatar. And we have clips of Netanyahu saying he created
bragging about
creating Hamas to counter the PLO.
Yeah, but they didn't want it. They didn't organize.
100% they did.
I mean, that's a conspiracy theory.
No, it's not, dude. It's not because you don't like a fact. It doesn't mean it's conspiracy theory. And it's the same game plan played over and over again with ISIS and Al Qaeda. The United States, Israel created both of them. Okay, well, the United States created Al Qaeda, and the U.S. and Israel created ISIS. That's how it goes. I mean, that's how you do. You create a problem, reaction, solution. It's how it's created.
I mean, I'm not the only person who would stand up and say that's a debatable point.
Again, it is. It's not a debatable point. There's videos of him saying it. He's quoted over and over and over again. Dude, the news in Hotsets or whatever that newspaper is literally talked about Haaretz talking about how Netanyahu's funding of Hamas through Qatar has come back in blowback. Ben Swan, I can send you a video, breaks down everything on October 7th. It's the same exact thing. And again, I love you. But
I like you too. It has nothing to do with not liking you. It's just that you're getting your information from one place.
I'm not getting it from one place. I'm getting from all over the place, over and over again. And I'm getting it from Israeli, Brooklyn, LA. No, I think most people, there was a time when everyone lived together peacefully.
No, there wasn't. There's never been.
There's always been. There even before that in Palestine, there were Jews, Muslims, and Christians all living peacefully.
When they were all uneducated, they had no idea what the fuck was going on. They were herding goats. They obviously weren't.
There's nothing wrong with being a farmer.
No, but I'm just saying that the more people got, the more mosques that appeared, the more synagogues that appeared, people start creating their differences. But I truly believe that people on the side of what you're trying to explain are pushing us in a direction that was basically they want Israel to not exist. The Muslims will take over that area. The Muslims will keep pouring into the Europe. That's going to keep happening. Like the second Israel's gone, it's going to be like floodgates going in there. And they want the U.S. out of the Middle East. They want all the Middle Eastern countries, as corrupt and fucked up as they are, to have full control over that area. And we're just going to hope and pray that's going to be a good thing. So I think that whether Israel gave money here and then they gave money because they wanted the fucking Palestinians to be prosperous beside them and trade with them and be normal, and they don't want that. So to say like, this is the conspiracy. They wanted the Palestinians to go to war so that they could then kill them. That's people losing it, I think. And you can have your opinion, I respect it. But my opinion is that people will find any little thing to then go, okay, well, Epstein, that means that all Jews should leave that area.
My whole thing is I think we need to get to a place where we're like, it's not all Jews. And there are some, if people are okay with saying Islamic extremists, we should be able to say Talmud Zionists, or pedophile Catholics, we should be able to say Talmud Zionists, or Christian nationalists, we should be able to say Talmud Zionists. I think it's all the same.
Like most people don't even know what the Talmud is.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing too. But that's my opinion.
You have to be like a fucking religious scholar to fucking understand that shit.
But the point is like of all the Abrahamic religions, all of them have extremists, and we should be able to acknowledge that.